So it is actually Christmas. Yesterday I hastily threw together a Christmas special. Now's time for the actual Christmas pickups. There's a bag down there with some pickups in. And here we have a glass skull that I was actually bought for Christmas, which inadvertently makes a great stand for my PS VR headset, so that is pretty useful and cool, probably until I kind of trip on the wire and smash it to pieces. But anyway, I'm going to lift the pickups out of the bag and put them onto the table. There's one final pickup that's still wrapped up. It's not anything good, so don't get excited. Not that you get excited on one of my videos anyway, but here we go. Medal of Honor limited edition. Yeah, whatever. I just picked it up because I don't have it. I used to have it years ago, or I downloaded it for PC and completed it. Very short game from what I remember. They kind of tried to do a whole Modern Warfare. It was when Call of Duty 4 was popular and shit. Halo Reach, probably about the only Halo game I don't have a physical copy for Xbox 360, so I bought that. I've always liked the box art for these Command and Conquer games on the Xbox 360. Well, I prefer the Xbox 360 cover art. You can get the same games on the PS3, but I just prefer them for the 360. It's the only reason I picked them up. Command and Conquer 3. I should also say that I already own all of these games on Origin. Are they on Origin? Yeah, they are, because they're EA, aren't they? Yeah, I own all these games on Origin, so I have no reason to own them other than I like them. I like the box art. Final Fantasy 13. This is not... Yes, it is the one that I kind of fucking hate. There's pretty much no gameplay in it whatsoever. Well, there is, but it's just horrible and really hard from what I remember. So yes, Final Fantasy 13, fuck that game. Command and Conquer Kane's Wrath, which was kind of, was it the expansion to Tiberium Wars? Interesting that this has got kind of snazzy side art, and this one has boring just white, so that's a bit weird. A Megadrive game, Vector Man. This didn't cost me much at all. I think it was only like a tenner or something. It's boxed. I don't think it has a manual, if I remember correctly, and it's not very heavy. But yeah, that was a pretty cheap pickup. Wii Music, don't ask why. I kind of, when the Wii had its like original, you know, everybody had a Wii and all that stuff, like this game looked gay as fuck, but I thought I still wanted it, but I never got round to getting it. I don't want it now, but I'm like, well, I'll just get it anyway, I'll never play it. But it could sit on the shelf, along with Mario Power Tennis, because nobody wants to play Wii. As you can imagine, these were pretty cheap pickups. Trauma Center Second Opinion and Atlas game again on the Wii, so probably never going to play that. Operation Winback. I think this was an early PS2 game. I don't really know too much about it, but I've always seen it knocking around and it was super cheap, like £1 or something, so pick that one up. Right. Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. So I think this has 2 games on it. Yeah, it has the original Escape from Butcher Bay and this Assault on Dark Athena. I don't know whether Dark Athena is essentially kind of like an expansion or what, but the original game, I think I got it with a graphics card. When I bought a graphics card back in the day, it came bundled with it. So that was pretty decent game. I remember you're in a prison and you have to escape, well, Butcher Bay, I guess. So that was pretty cool. Tony Hawk's Underground, because I need to pick up like all of the Tony Hawk's games eventually, and I hardly have any at the minute. DJ Hero 2, a game that I used to have on, I didn't have it on the Wii, I think I must have had it on the Xbox 360. And I used to be a DJ, and it plays nothing like how you would actually DJ, but fuck it. We have a NES game. Got to get some NES in there. High Speed, it's a pinball game. Way, that's fucking exciting. It says rare on it. Is that... No, that's not rare as in... Rare as in rare, is it? I'm sure it isn't. Can't be. Otherwise it'd be on like Rare Replay or some shit. Earthworm Jim 3D. Don't really know much about it. This is the first Earthworm Jim game I've ever owned, I think. Turok I have owned previously. It's not a game that I like, to be honest. I didn't like it that much back in the day. Don't have fond memories of it. I think it was kind of overhyped and stuff, and I'll play it at some point, but not looking forward to it. Oh, here's a game I used to like playing back in the day. Super Smash TV. I have this for the Megadrive already. The Megadrive has like the exploding eyeballs and more gore in it and things, but the Super Nintendo has a better control scheme because it has the 4 buttons to the right of the controller that you can use for the twin stick shooting. So for me, the Super Nintendo version's a one to have, and it's what I used to play back in the day, so that's why I picked that up. Is there anything else in here? We've got one more game, have we? And it is Brutal Paws of Fury. I'm sure it was called Brutal Paws of Fury, but it just says Paws of Fury on it, so maybe it said Brutal Paws of Paws of Fury on the box. Yeah, fighting game I remember from back in the day, but you don't really hear too much of it nowadays. So they are my Christmas pickups. How many games did I get this year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So just one short of 20. No, actually we did get 20 because I forgot about the one at the back. Said nothing to get excited to. There's been a bit of a clue in this video already because I picked up a game that I can't play unless I have what's in this box. And it is... Next I'll be buying fucking all the Guitar Hero variations. It is DJ Hero for the Wii with turntable and things. If I remember correctly, when I open this up, this is like second hand, but oddly enough, I can get to the insides. We have the turntable here, which has been used. It's a bit dusty and grubby. But underneath there, we have DJ Hero, which is brand new and sealed. So I don't know what they were doing with the controller, or whether this is the original one that came in the box. I don't know. So there we go, 20 games for Christmas. And a blue glass skull. That's an ornament that just so happens to be functional. 2 uses in one. Now I can put all of this stuff away, which is the purpose of me actually making this video at this current moment. Thanks for watching, and don't eat too many mince pies. Bye. Well, over 24 hours have passed since I shot the first bit of this video that you will have just seen. And I was left kind of thinking, there's pretty like shitty pickups. Like, why didn't I get some, you know, I'm thinking, why didn't I get some Saturn games? Why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get that? So after I'd shot the first part of this video, I went back to Mum and Dad's for Christmas dinner, and I was sat there and I was just like flicking through eBay for some reason, and I was like, I don't remember opening this morning, and I don't remember this, and I'm like, I definitely didn't get any Saturn games. And I saw all of the things that I was supposed to get that somebody had actually misplaced, and they'd actually put, they weren't in this bag, but they were kind of in a cubby hole in my mum and dad's house, and nobody could find them, but as soon as I went looking, I eventually found them. So yes, I did get some Saturn stuff and some other stuff, and it's all in this bag here. So here we go. Let's redeem this shit season of pickups. We have Siberia. Now, the Saturn games that I've picked up aren't particularly great titles, but they're not ones that I have. I have like over 140 or something Saturn games, I think. So we're getting into the thick of the Saturn collection. I've got all the kind of the lower end games. So we end up picking up Madden 97, which you would think would be like a £2 game or something, but no, it's not on the Saturn. It's more like 15 quid. Gotta get it, so yeah, you just gotta grit your teeth and bear it and buy it. And we have Sea Bass Fishing, not to be confused with Sega Bass Fishing. This is a JVC game, and yeah, it's a fishing game, so really, who cares? And we have another Saturn game. This isn't a bad title to pick up, really. Virtua Fighter Kids. Pardon me. So we have kidified kind of versions of the Virtua Fighter characters. It probably plays exactly the same. Probably just should have been a cheat for the original game, but Sega decided to shit it out anyway. So that's what we have. You'll have to confuse me. You'll have to... I can't even think of the word now. I've completely lost the word. You'll have to excuse me, that's the one. Because I've had a chest infection, so I'm a little bit congested. I'm kind of on the tail end of it. Mortal Kombat 2 for the Sega Saturn. Pretty decent title to pick up for the Saturn, but obviously I already have this for, you know, like the Megadrive. I don't think I have it for the SNES, but I imagine the Sega Saturn port is pretty fucking nice. We have a PSP game that I picked up because I used to have it back in the day and I enjoyed playing quite a bit of this, Test Drive Unlimited. I remember this being an awesome game when it came out, and then it was like a game that everybody forgot about. Nobody gives a shit about getting... There was a Test Drive Unlimited 2 that I never played, but you know, there wasn't a Test Drive Unlimited 3. So everybody forgot about it and doesn't give a fuck anymore. Right, Quake 2. I've always wanted the N64 version of Quake 2, and I've always wanted the PS1 version. I played this on the PC back in the day. You didn't even need a decent PC to play Quake 2, and it would just look awesome on pretty much any PC, even if you're using software mode graphics, if you know what that is. WrestleMania 2000. Somebody told me like to pick up this one. I think it was this one. They said this was like the best WWF game to get, because I know that the N64 is a bit of a powerhouse when it comes to wrestling games. There's quite a few good ones on the system, so I wanted to get in on that action. And there's also another wrestling game here, which is WWF Warzone, which is behind a Joytech memory pack, because when it comes to games like Turok, you need a memory pack to save your game. The main reason I got this, to be honest, was to play Doom 64 and not have to use passwords. Thumbs up, good game. Ultimate Fighting Championship. I think this is a game that I've played on the original Xbox before. I think I pirated it back in the day. Yeah, these one. No, these weren't the 2K ones. Yeah, 2K had the license, I believe, for the UFC games at one point, and they were pretty highly rated. And then EA got hold of the license, and the games are pretty average. So I picked up Beautiful Joe. Looks like a cool game to me from what I've seen of the footage and things. And it was cheaper than I was expecting it to be. I thought it'd be quite a pricey game, but I think it was like £7 or something. And last, and I don't know whether it's least, Mario Strikers Charge Football for the Wii. Everybody knows I hate the Wii, but I picked up a load of games for it this Christmas because why not? So yes, as you can see here, this is the pile of the key items, the good shit, pretty much. And then behind it you have the other pickups. So we had 19 games there. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So there's a nice number, much nicer than 19. I picked up 30 retro games. And hopefully I can do that next year as well. So yeah, bit of a mix-up, but I did get there in the end. And now I can put all this stuff away in the shelving where it will live from now on. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.